Assalamu alaikum students, how are you all? I hope you are fine and you are doing good. Before starting our today's lesson, let us have a look at our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we discussed how the first wheel was invented. We learned that the first wheel was invented by Sumerians in Iraq and the people of Indus Valley Civilization in Mohenjo-daro, which is located in Pakistan. And then we learned that after the invention of the first wheel, the trade all over the world was revolutionized. The first wheel was, as you know, was invented for the purpose of the pottery, but later on people start using it into the vehicles and the carts, and they used it for transportation. Today we are going to talk about Indus Valley Civilization in reference to wheel. Before talking about how the wheel had an effect and influenced the Indus Valley Civilization, let us talk about the Indus Valley Civilization. Indus Valley Civilization was the most sophisticated civilization of its time. You know, the world's very first university was built by the people into the Indus Valley Civilization. This university was built in Texla. The people in Indus Valley Civilization, they were very advanced of their time. They used to have proper residential areas. When archaeologists dug that area, they found out that the people of that time, they even had the drainage system, the system that we have in our modern days, in our modern world. They used to have that system in that era. Those people, they were very advanced, they were keen of knowledge, they were very good traders, their economy was very stable. If you look at their houses, they are very well built and they are still in very good condition. They are still found in Texla and Mohenjo-daro sites. So these people, for these people who were living into the Indus Valley Civilization, into that era, trade was very important. They used to carry their goods like spices or cloth or any other good, and they used to travel long distances, like very long distances, from one region to another region, and they used to take those goods and they used to sell them. Now imagine someone has to sell their goods and they have enormous amounts of goods. So imagine how difficult it was to carry those goods from one place to another place. Obviously it was very difficult. It was not possible to carry all that stuff on the camels, onto the bulls, or onto the donkeys, or onto the horses. It was very difficult. And these people, they were rich. They had enormous amount of money. They had enormous amount of choices to export their goods, to sell their goods. So after the invention of the wheel, it became very easy for them to transport and to carry their goods from one part of the world to the other part of the world. So these people, if you look at the toys of that era, you will find out that there is a cart, and on that cart there is a wheel attached with it, you see, and then there are two seals made at the bottom of the page. If you buy any product in these days, you will find out that at the back of that product or in some corner of that product, you will find out that it is made in China, made in Korea, made in this, made in that, with the name of the country. That shows you to which country this product belongs. For example, if you look at your cell phones, you will find out written made in China or whatever the country of the production is. Similarly, when the people living in Indus Valley Civilization, they used to carry their goods and they used to sell their goods, they used to attach their seals with those goods. And the seals, the kind of the seals are the one that is made at the bottom of your page. You can look at those seals. Can you see there are some symbols and then there is an animal made on it? And they used to write from right to left. Like in today's era, we write English from left to right and Urdu from right to left. The people in Indus Valley Civilization, they used to write their scripts from right side to left side, just like you write Urdu from right side to left side. At that time, there were 3 big civilizations, out of which Indus Valley Civilization was one. If you look at the 4th line, it is even mentioned there. All these 3 ancient civilizations were highly advanced and developed economies. So at that time, there were 3 large civilizations, out of which Indus Valley Civilization was one. You know, archaeologists have spent years and years in studying the Indus Valley Civilization and their culture and the way of living and the way they have built their places. So what they have found out is that people living in Indus Valley Civilization, they used to export and they used to trade many things, and among those things there were arts and craft. Art and craft mean something that is related to creativity. Like if you look at the previous page, you will find out a small toy made of the mud with a small wheels attached to it. It is an example of the art and craft. These people used to make very beautiful statue. They used to make very beautiful sculptures, and they used to make very, very beautiful pots from the mud, from the clay, and then they used to take these goods to the other parts of the world and sell them. If you look at the map that is given below, you will see that there is a black line drawn here. Can you look at it? Please have a look at this map and you will find out that there these lines, these kind of the lines. These lines will show you the route of the trade. Can you see these lines? They have captured the whole place onto the map. This is the route of the trade of the people of Indus Valley Civilization, and this is where Mohenjo-daro lies, and this is where Harappa lies. And these people, they used to travel from here and here, and they used to go like these places. Can you see? They used to travel from this part of the world to even this part of the world. So that is how they carried on their trade. And why was this trade made possible? What was the thing that made this trade possible? Was it possible for them to travel this long distance onto the horses or onto the camels? No. The answer is no. The only thing that made it possible was wheel. After the invention of the wheel, it was made possible that they could travel from one place or one point of the world to the other region or other point of the world. So that is all for the today. There is a box made at the end of the page. Did you know the Indus Valley Civilization used seals on goods that were exported to other countries? Archaeologists are the people who study architect and the living style of the past civilization. Found Indus seals, the seals that we saw on the previous page, in Mesopotamia. Where is Harappa? This is Harappa, this is Indus Valley Civilization, and this is Mesopotamia. Now archaeologists have found out that the seal made in this area, they have been found into this area. Now the question is, there were no trains, there were no aircrafts at that time. So how did the seals made into this part of the world reached this part of the world? The answer is they came there through the trade tribes, through the trade caravans, and it was made possible only because of the wheel. This solidified the fact that the Indus Valley civilization was a trading community. Trading community means they used to earn their living through trade. So students, that is all about today's lesson. And in today's lesson we talked about the Indus Valley civilization, and we found out that the Indus Valley civilization was a very sophisticated and advanced civilization, and after the invention of the wheel, their trade bloomed and they started traveling from one corner of the world to the other. And what is the proof of it? The proof is that the seals that were made into the Indus Valley civilization in Harappa or Mohenjo-daro area, they have been found into the Mesopotamia area, which is far away from Indus Valley civilization. Kindly read this chapter thoroughly, go through the text, and if you have any difficulty, please do let me know so I can help you out. Thank you.